climate change is going to exist whether you or I do anything.
Sure.
It's always been there. So you can propose some changes. I think that we need to look at our energy sources and bring in as much alternative energy as we possibly can, but I think there needs to be a balance of all of that, because if you look at all the solar panels, you look at all the wind generators they've put in the state of Utah for the state of California, it really pisses me off.
The proposal that I advocate for as a candidate is called carbon fee and dividend. And the way it works is you place a gradually increasing price on carbon emissions at the source.
So you want a tax?
Hang on a sec, let me explain. It's not a tax on you. It's a tax on the fossil fuels.
Then that's going to be a tax on me, because I'm a consumer.
Well, let me finish, if you don't mind. So the fee is assessed at the source. The money would be collected and then distributed equally back to households.
To do what?
To households, to offset the increase in prices that you would see for your products as well as your fossil fuels.
Handouts do not work.
It's not a handout. It's giving the money that's collected on the pollution.
It's exactly what was done in Alaska with the oil fields. And everybody starts dependent upon it.
The idea here is not to increase the size of the government. The idea is to collect the money.
You'll have to have a whole other agency just to collect the dang money and distribute it.
You can use the IRS. It's already in place.
Don't want to give them any more power.
The administrative cost to put this in place has been researched, and you're looking at 7% of the pool of money that would be collected on the price on carbon. Nothing else would be
How about if you went the other direction and you went to industry and told industry, if you reduce your carbon emissions, we will reduce your taxes. That's an incentive.
We should have an incentive across the entire economic spectrum, the whole thing, and that's where I believe that you have to price carbon emissions, because then there's the incentive everywhere.
And the tax is going to run downhill and everything goes up in price.
It's not a regressive tax, though. It's returning the money to households. So you're getting money to offset the increases that you see.
How about this? If industry got taxed and you got, when is it going to be clean enough for you? So you can say, oh, we've cleaned up our act, now we don't have to tax anymore.
That'll never happen.
The idea behind it is you put this gradually increasing price, and then at a certain point, we reach a tipping point where other technology and energy sources are more attractive because they cost less.
And you wrote in a guarantee saying, once we reach our goal, that we start reducing and go to nothing, the way it was before?
Well, like I said, before we even reach the goal that I'm promoting for, you're going to reach a tipping point where clean energy is less expensive.
But if you don't put guarantees in there, it'll stay there forever.
It's going to be irrelevant, because you're going to already reach the point where there's less desire to use fossil fuels anyway. So even the fossil fuel industries will be looking towards clean energy because they know that's where they can make money. And to me, unfortunately, in my perspective, in the United States, we're all driven by what it costs economically. And what I think we need to be doing is looking at the fact that there's a huge cost on our health. There's a huge cost on our environment by burning fossil fuels. And we need to transition away from it.
I appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time.
Even though we disagree. And I know you only use pieces and parts of the video, but try to keep the integrity of what we said.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing what I believe is the right thing to do.
And I admire you for doing that.
Thank you. And
taking the time.
I appreciate you taking the time to share your opinion on this.
Well, that's the greatest thing about being an American. We can voice our opinions to each other without him shooting me or me shooting you because I don't like your opinion.